But when you think back on something you wish you maybe knew at the start of your career, especially I think for actors it's hard to answer that because a lot of it is like time and space and luck, but do you think there's something you wish you knew when you started out, Rebecca?
When you start out, certainly when I started out, there's this sense of like, you know, I'll do this project, and then I'll get to this project, and then I'll get to the films that I want to make, and then I'll be this kind of an actor, and then and there's like, you know, pretty rapidly you realise there aren't really stepping stones like that. Nothing's linear, and it's so variable. And you sort of know this intellectually, but knowing it on a gut level as an actor and knowing it intellectually is kind of two different things. And I think actually learning that gives you a lot of freedom to like stop worrying about it and just pick things that you find interesting and not worry about the outcomes.
I guess I wish that I knew that I can always rely on that. Even if I don't get the job, I didn't get hired on this project or whatever, I can always fall back on my writing or something I wanted to create with my friends or something like that, because that's also fruitful and sometimes will help you get to the next thing. Because people now see, oh, that's her voice, or that's how she likes doing this thing, or I've never seen her do that thing before, and she could be over here doing this thing. So yeah, as anybody who ever asks like, what can I do as a young actor, I'm like, create, make your own stuff.
That's what you're in control of.
Yeah,
right.
You were asking about the earliest memories, or just getting going. Well, they needed a baby to cry in a grade C Western that my dad was playing the villain in, and so they decided if they gave little Ronnie the Indian tomahawk, rolled cameras, and took it away, he might cry. And it worked. I grew up in such a bizarre circumstance that what I did was I didn't even really understand much about audiences or anything, but I did early on see the joy of creative problem solving, and I was very lucky to be in an environment where even I was weirdly kind of included in that, and I felt safe in that, and so I've always had that as kind of a foundation and a belief, and it's comfortable for me on the set. You know, my living room and the set are the two places I'm probably the most comfortable.
Wow.
But still, once I started directing, there's a period of about 7-8 years. I was young. I directed my first movie at 23. There was a period of years where I was doing fine. But I was also afraid of engaging with really elite collaborators. I was looking for help among my friends and so on, and that was fine. It was good, but I wish earlier on I would have recognized that that you can be in a conversation with an absolute genius, and you might know in your heart that you're not. But if you share something, a belief in an idea, the conversation will be valid. And so that spirit of collaboration with the very smartest, most demanding, best people you can possibly be working with is an immediate goal. And so I wish I'd been a little bit more ambitious or bolder about seeking that out. So
You guys are kind of saying, like, be humble, but also know your worth.